The City Boys Part 2, a story by E.B.'s Heart. Carry him out. Why are you stopping? Orton asked the man, laughing. Immediately Joy heard him. She opened her eyes to see who would allow another man carry him in a bag. The man carried the other participant out of the bag and placed him on the bed. That was when Joy opened her eyes wide in surprise and shouted, "A dead body! A corpse is the other participant." Austin smiled again and said, "Yes, what is wrong with that? Would you prefer an animal? Because I have a huge python in my basement I also enjoy watching perform." Joy started crying and pleading to leave, but Austin laughed so hard and said, "No, you must do what you came to do. Your prize for just this night is 8 million. Do you think 8 million is that easy? You should have known you were going to do something extra. Besides, I have given your madam, Lady Sasha, her commission, which is 5 million, so get to work." Joy kept crying, but when her madam called her and told her the worst that could happen, she quickly got the point. If you refuse to comply to anything you are asked to do, they will feed you to their crocodile in the pool. "Forget about Austin's smile and save yourself," Lady Sasha said on the phone to Joy, because Austin called her to talk sense into her. Joy stood up and asked, "What should I do?" "Good girl," Austin exclaimed and put all the light in the room on and said, "Set the camera." The man quickly set the camera and Austin removed his own cloth, sat on a couch and said, "Begin." Joy was told to lay with the corpse. A cold corpse that has been in the mortuary for some time. After almost 5 hours of performance, she passed out. Joy woke up in her room, fully dressed the next day. It took her hours to recollect the events of the previous day. She cried and rushed to the shower to bath. After bathing, she heard a beep on her phone and an alert of 8 million flashed on the screen. She cried and went on her knees crying and praying. She was eagerly waiting for Kathy to return to ask her some questions. Kathy came home on Sunday as usual with plenty gifts and laughter. Joy ran to her door, banging. Immediately she heard her voice. "Why are you knocking like that?" Kathy asked, frowning when she opened her door. Joy walked into Kathy's flat and started ranting. "What was that? Where were you? How did you take me there and disappear? Is that what they also did to you?" Joy talked and talked, then she started gasping for air and fainted. She woke up in the hospital 2 days later crying. "I need to see my neighbor Kathy, she knows what happened to me," Joy said repeatedly to the doctor and nurses treating her. Kathy was called and she took permission from the office to see Joy. "How are you, Joy?" "I think it's stress," Kathy began, talking with pity. "Stop the pretense and tell me what they did to me," Joy said angrily while raising her voice. Kathy looked at her embarrassed and said, "Who, please?" Joy shouted, "The City Boys. What did they do to me?" Kathy looked at her with so much surprise, as if she was speaking another language. "I don't know what you mean," Kathy answered and was about to leave. Joy's friend called Kathy back and Kathy denied ever going anywhere with Joy. Joy quickly searched her phone for the pictures she took with Kathy at the club, but nothing like that was there. Apparently, Kathy's madam had promised her huge amount if she can bring a random girl to be used by the City Boys for their special performance. And Kathy brought Joy. Any girl who participates in the City Boys' so-called special performance never remains the same.
Please like, share and follow for the next part.